So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to yet another game of the Dad's Premier League. It is G Roaring Tigers versus the truly Marians, and we all set for the first ball. I'll be a wide. So, Mayur and Dhawal open the batting for the Roaring Tigers, while Yazad opens the bowling. Couple of wides in this over so far, and just as a rule of thumb, it will be a 20 over side game, a 6 overs power play, 10 overs drinks break, and we have a switch in sides. And the behind the scenes team camera work is handled by Shoaib, scorer Harsh, operator Fayaz, and myself, Pranav. We bring the game to you live from the Fatima grounds. As you take a look at the field, it's a pretty leg side dominated field here. For the left arm seamer, short thirds inside, you can see the man on the left of your screen on top. Full toss, leading edge. Just down to long on for a single. As the first runs off the bat. So Dhawal will face his first ball of the innings. It's a hint of movement on offer, which is why you see a man at short extra cover on the catching position on the drive. Exactly to his hand. Field missed out on that ball. So long on and deep mid wicket in place. Has to be pretty straight. Any width on offer will be punished through the offside. Nicely chipped away. Down to deep mid wicket. Just for a single. Towels off the mark as well. Getting a bit of movement off the air. Into movement available off the surface. Oh, might have just felt that he's missed out on that one. Leading edge, just drop shot. Interesting finish to the over 4 without a wicket. So four without a wicket, and Harshit comes on to bowl. And it'll be an offside dominated field for the off spinner, keeper up to the stumps, deep point, and long off in place. Sliced away, doesn't get the single. Wants the single, but is sent back. So this is a smart bit of bowling by Harshit, especially with the new ball. It's just controlling the flow of runs. Pretty offside dominated field. Or tries to hoik it through square leg, but doesn't get enough timing on that one. Misses that one completely. So three dots in a row. He's bowling very slow and just giving enough dip for the batters to not get underneath that one. Smart bit of bowling by Harshit so far in this over. Again, slow through the air. That's quickened off the surface, especially with the new hard ball. Gets it away this time for the first boundary. It's very nicely played. Short of length again. And this time gets enough bat on that one through mid wicket for four. Takes the aerial route and gets another boundary to finish the over. This is some good batting on display. Read the length early, overpitched, and just hoiked it away through mid wicket. Easy enough to get the second boundary. 12 for no loss after 2 overs. So Yazad to continue. Again, a pretty leg side dominated field, deep mid wicket, and long on in place. Couple of boundaries in the last over after four dots. Dhaval just got going. One shot of length and then one overpitched. Beautifully timed that one. picked it off a length and easy as you like. And that's the first wicket for the truly Marians. Looped it outside off stump, tries to go for the cut, and easy enough catch for the man at backward point. 23 for 1 as Harshit picks up his first wicket. Deft touch, but doesn't get the gap. Viraj comes out to bat. 23 for 1. It's been an excellent bowling spell so far from Harshit. Not easy bowling under pressure in power play, especially when you have just two fielders outside the circle as a spinner. He's done really well. Goes for the cut and finds the gap beautifully for 4 to get off the mark. Short, bit of room on that one, and easy enough to hit through backward point for 4. It's 27 for 1 after 4 overs. So Rajiv comes on to bowl. He has a deep point and long on in place. Mid wickets inside the circle. Very important for him to actually close out the power play well. Man at catching cover. Mid off is slightly deep. Now push the man at 45 a little more squarer. Wonder what sort of line is that with the field here. No one at square leg. You're on the stumps, you'll be flicked away for 4. Line has to be pretty much on the off stump. Yep. Just over. Just over mid wicket for 4. Gentle full toss and beautifully tapped away. For a moment, the man at mid wicket was interested, but just over for 4. And now the field changes. Man at deep point comes in and mid wicket goes out to deep mid wicket. Exactly what I was talking about. If you're erring on line here, you'll be punished for 4, especially with two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. It's been a good bit of bowling by Harshit. Especially I like the way he held the ball and actually held the pace as well off the surface, knowing that hardish ball will come on quickly to the bat. Short of length, and has been put away for four. Back-to-back boundaries for Dhawal. It's not the correct sort of line in place. Short, lot of room on offer, and easy pickings for the batters. Needs to be very, very pinpoint accurate with his line here. Second boundary of the over. Must be bowling very straight. Yep, that's much better. Quicker through the air, fuller, not allowing the batter to get underneath that one. Have to be there and thereabouts. Otherwise, he'd be punished big time. Oh, leading edge. That's through the keeper, I think. Good work by shot third. Tried to play that across the line and lucky enough for Dhawal to not pluck it off the thin air, the keeper. Now the field changes. The point in place, deep mid wicket comes inside. Down the track, but misses that completely. Bowled it slightly flatter through the air. It's a good bit of comeback after a couple of boundaries in the over. Again, bowled it slower. So a couple of dots to finish. 36 for one. Final over left in the power play. So Harshit continues sixth over, which happens to be the final over of the power play. And you have a leg side dominated field, deep mid wicket, and long on in operation. No one down at square leg. There's a man at backward square leg. Drives, but doesn't find the gap. There's a man at short cover for catching. A few yards inside 30-yard circle between short cover and cover. That'll be leg side, that'll be a wide, and they get a couple of runs as well. So these are freebies on offer. Two wides. Truly Marians opting to bowl after winning the toss. Not a bad start for them by any means. 39 for one, not letting the batters tee away. Catch! Oh dear. That's put down. Should have been taken by the standards that have been set in this tournament. Take another look. Bowled it quicker through the air, off the surface. Not enough room for that one to cut, and out she goes. Dropped a set batter here. He disappointed. Shot again and doesn't find the gap. They've been good on the field except a couple of drop catches. Goes for the big shot and clears the field quite comfortably for four. Viraj gets his second boundary and his score 8 of 6 have actually been a couple of boundaries here. Overpitched, clears his front leg and just whacks it away for 4. Goes for the cut and through the gap for 4. So back to back boundaries for the Roaring Tigers. Short of length, just enough timing on that one to clear the fence for 4. So final ball of the power play. Goes for the big shot, leading edge. Good work by the man at short third. Run out. Nope. So 50 on the board after the power play. 50 for 1. 13 runs have come off that over. Goes for the big shot and has enough legs on that one to go for 4. Just one bounce. So Rajiv continues. The power play restrictions have been taken off, and we see a conventional sort of field. Deep point, long on, long off, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Five fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Ring on the offside. Top edge, and no one down there. That'll go for 4. Second boundary of the over down to backward square leg. 9 runs have come off the over so far. Down the ground, and that goes all the way for 6. 15 runs have come off the over so far, and Viraj is taking on the charge here. 65 for 1 after 7 overs. So change in bowling. Rahul comes on to bowl. Bit more spin on offer. 15 runs came off the last over. Very ideal when you got a bit of a steady start. 50 for 1 to 65 for 1. Short of length, gets a bit of turn on that one. Left arm spinner. And we encouraged by that. Getting a bit of turn and bounce. Can he pick up a wicket here, Rahul? Seems to have been going well, especially Viraj taking on Rajiv last over. Goes for the aerial route. And gone. Just what the commentator ordered. And picks up the wicket. So take another look at that full length ball. Wanted to take the aerial route. Didn't get to the pitch of the ball. And a simple enough catch to the man at long on. Having put down one earlier through backward point, he'll be relieved. 65 for 2. Sixty-five for 2, Sundaresh comes on to bat. We get off the second ball for Rahul, and I think the captain is missing a trick here by not having a slip in place. Just to let the batter think about what sort of line that he's going to operate with. Oh, let's get some turn here. Didn't anticipate it to come that slower through the air and through the surface as well. It's stopping a bit. Getting a hint of turn through the surface. It's been very intriguing for them. As the game goes on, it'll become slightly slower and slower. Which will actually help the cause of the spinners. You'll see more and more spin come through, especially with the ball 7.4 overs old. It'll aid some more turn. Very nicely bowled again. Not allowing the batter to get through the line here. Exactly what Rajiv did previous over. He's allowing the batters to go through the line, hit through the line. So single to finish the over. 66 for 2 after 8 overs. Good bit of comeback after that 15-run over. Jinesh comes on to bowl, starts with a couple of dot balls. Left arm spin. Oh, that's big shout. Oh dear. Umpire indicates that's heading down the leg stump. Missed the sweep completely, does Sundaresh. 1 of 7 balls. Conventional sort of field, deep point, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. Goes for the shot, and that's been put away for 4. Easy pickings. Full line, and just help it on its way for 4 through square leg. No one down there. It's always going to go to the boundary. I'll give some relief to Sundaresh. Gets his first 4. A good bit of bowling. That the bowling, quite a few good deliveries. You just let the pressure. Don't let the lid off here because you might be chasing a very huge total if that's the case. Especially Rajiv has considered, or rather conceded, quite a few runs in his couple of overs. Gone, I think. That's given out on field. Didn't bounce enough. Good bit of stumping work by the keeper. Third wicket down for 70 runs. Sundaresh falls. Take another look at that wicket. Down the track. Completely played down the wrong line here. Wanted to go through the leg side again. And easy enough for the keeper. Good decision on the field. 70 for 3. So Sujay, a left-hander on strike. So four and a wicket. After that poor delivery, good comeback by Jinesh to pick up that wicket. Oh, nicely bowled and gets off the mark straight away. Sujay down to backward square leg. Finished the over 71 for 3. So Rahul continues. Good bit of start. 1 for 1 in his previous over. A couple of wickets in the last 2 overs. After that 15 run over, it's been a little pause despite that boundary last over. Good comeback, good pulling back by the Marians. Oh, get some turn. Nice bit of turn on that one for Rahul. Again gets a bit of turn. Think that's come off the inside edge. Yep. Quicker through the air and it's come off the bat. Might consider adding a slip in place here. It's the solitary man at short mid wicket on the catching position. Short third is a lot wider. Down to deep square leg. Wants a second run. And we'll get it comfortably enough. Good bit of fielding. Yeah, they might consider adding another man down at square leg, especially for the left-hander. Not reading him through the hands. Just wanting to break free here, Sujay. Very ideal if you are 70 for 3, 73 for 3 in fact. Just wait, play the waiting game until 14-15 overs and then break free. You get to 120 if you can by that time. Excellent bowling this. Really loving the way he's operating to a left-hander especially. Getting a bit of turn off the surface. Varying his pace really well, Rahul. Goes for the big shot. Good bit of work by the man at deep mid-wicket. Just keeps it down to a single to finish the 10-over mark. 74 for 3 and everyone will take a drinks break. I think they do, yes. So 74 for 3, we have a change of ends. Jinesh continues his left arm spin. Was that quicker? It's down to deep point for a single. So the highlight is post the power play, 7th over went for 15 runs, and 8, 9, and 10 have just gone for 9 runs and 2 wickets. Just a couple of runs from Rahul's overs, 3 runs in fact, 4 in fact, and Jinesh considered 5 runs for a wicket apiece. It's been the feature of the innings so far. Spin, full toss, and takes full advantage of that one. Just over the man at long on for 6. Wanted to pull it on middle stump, but ends up bowling a loopy full toss. Might have just cleared the man at long on, just enough. "81 for 3 now. 24 for 2 in the last 4 overs. Just about 6 runs in over. Been a lot of dot deliveries. Goes for the big shot again and finds the gap beautifully through mid wicket. That is flat batted beautifully for 4. Again fired in on middle stump and beautifully whacked away through mid wicket. So 10 runs have come off the couple of balls so far, and Viraj getting a move on here. 85 for 3 now. All the good work has been now brought back. 11 runs off the over so far. Deft touch doesn't beat the man at short third. So 11 runs off the over so far. Swept down to backward square leg for a single. So 12 runs have come off the over so far with the ball left. Be very interesting to see what will he do for the left-hander here, Rahul. Beg your pardon, Jinesh. Spoiled his figures this over, 11 runs. 12 runs in fact. 13 of the over, 87 for 3. So Rahul continues. 13 runs came of the last over. Gone! Rahul picks up his second wicket. And Sujay falls. Excellent bit of bowling. Have another look at that wicket. Over the stumps. Beautifully looped. And straight as a parcel delivery to the man at long off. Fourth wicket down now, 87 for 4. So 87 for 4, Prasad walks out to bat. Rahul picks up his second wicket. He's been bowling really well, especially to left-handers. As we take a look at the field, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep point in operation. And I'm a little surprised on the approach here by the two new batters. Prasad also wanted to take the full advantage of that ball, not reading him off the hand here, and giving them enough opportunities to take wickets in patches. It's not helping the case here. Goes for the cut. Just extra bounce. There's been some quality spin bowling, and Viraj rightly has a word with Prasadia. Just a calm bit of word to not throw away, because 50 for 1 to 87 for 5 will be disastrous. Half the side will be in the hut if that happens. Oh, missed out on that one, I think. He's not reading him off his hand here. That's been the large part of the problem. They're not reading the spinners off the hand. Trying to read him off the surface is not helping the case here. So wicket and 3 dots. Can he finish it well here, Rahul? Leading edge. Just falls safe to the man at deep point. And Prasad is off the mark. Been some quality spin bowling this. 2 for 5 for Rahul. Slapped away. Just falls short. Bit more timing would have actually delivered a parcel to the man at long off, just like earlier in the over. Couple of runs and a wicket. 89 for 4. So Deepesh comes on to bowl, a bit more spin on offer. Going for the spin choke here. Mid wicket, sort of a cow corner in place. Deep cow corner, deep square leg, and long on. Ooh, just misses that. Good bit of start by Deepesh here. Getting hint of turn on that one. Long on, long off, cow corner, deep square leg, and deep point in operation. Goes for the big shot. Finds the gap through extra cover for 4. So Viraj is not stopping. That'll be full toss. In fact, takes full advantage of that one. So 44 to Viraj out of the 93 that have been made. 44 of just 20 balls, batting over a strike rate of 200 here. Viraj. Still the same sort of field. As I've been saying, I'm able to understand the approach here from the batting side. To go after every ball and not playing on its merit here. Not very ideal if you want to set a good total. just inside the line. Is not happy. Viraj asking for a wide, but it's not given. Goes for the big shot again and finds the gap beautifully this time through backward point. Not sure if he's that's what he wanted or that's where he wanted to hit it, but he's eventually got the gap. Moves on to 48, couple of boundaries in this over. So 97 for 4 and 48 have been scored by the rest of the side. 48 have been scored by Viraj, in fact. Rest of the side, 49 for 4. That's been the story so far. No one has really partnered. Viraj and now the change in field. There is the man from mid wicket has now come on to cover. Knocks him over. That is exactly what I was talking about. This is not the correct approach, especially to the spinner. And half of the side is now done. 97 for 5. Dipesh picks up his first wicket. Goes for the slog sweep and completely misses the line here. He's delighted after being hit for a couple of boundaries. Pumped up. 97 for 5. So Janish comes on to bat and Jinesh continues to bowl. 97 for 5, 13 overs. Last 7 overs, 5 for 47. Two new batters in the crease, and I think Viraj would be disappointed with himself. Oh dear, that's missed everything. He'll get a couple of runs. Oh, chance of a run out. Wayward throw. It's all happening here. Again, I'm not able to understand the approach of the batters. What are they trying to achieve with this sort of attacking mindset? The 97, 99 for 5 with that bye coming across. Couple of runs off that bye, but again, I'm not able to understand this approach. Drilled for a single. Good work by the man at long on. 100 on the board. 100 for 5. Excellent conditions for batting. Your 100 for 5. 50 for 1 in the power play. 100 for 5. 7.2 overs later. Not helping the cause here. Good batting conditions. In fact, it's Nimish that's come on to bowl. Excellent batting conditions you get, but 100 for 5. Straight back to the bowler. Beg your pardon, it is Jinesh continuing. Oh dear, that's too close to cut. It's all happened. Goes for the cut again. This is not good batting. Seriously, I'm not able to understand this sort of batting approach. Trying to cut off the balls which are not there at all for the cut. Shot selection has been pretty average. Goes for the sweep. On the bounce to the man at backward square leg. Just 4 runs. A bit of teaser. 5 runs off that one. 1 or 2 for 5. And starts with the boundary here. Finally connects one, does Prasad. Overpitched. And whacked away for 4. Cuts. Scamper across for a single here. Again, this is poor batting. I must say, this is extremely poor batting. You're going for a big shot of a ball that's not there. Thickish inside edge rolls down to square leg for a couple of runs. I'm not able to understand this batting approach by these two gentlemen out there. Quick single cross. What's the second run? That's poor bit of fielding by the man at deep point. Very slow on the ball. Goes for the big shot, and that should be taken. Perishes. Absolute shambles here. Poor shot. And sixth wicket down as Prasad falls. Deepesh picks up his second wicket. Full length ball, not at all near the pitch, and he's immediately distraught with himself after that shot. 1-1-2 for 6 after 15 overs. 112 for 6. Last 9 overs have produced 6 for 62. 5 for 62, in fact. Jinesh continues. That'll be a wide. Very late on that one, the umpire. Ronak comes out to bat. 50 for 1 to 112 for 6. Can someone explain that to me, please? Goes for the big shot again. It's down to long off for a single. Slight misfield, but doesn't result in an additional run. So left-hander in place now. Goes for the cut. 'Tucked away through square leg, and Ronak gets off the mark. And 15 for 6. 4 overs left after this ball. Oh dear. How did that miss? 115 for 6. So 115 for 6. Goes for the big shot. Doesn't have enough timing on that one. Let's just get a couple of runs. Did not stop or backed away from that approach, aggressive approach. The pace 2 for 20. Full toss. Straight down. The man at the mid wicket on the bounce. Would have missed out on that one. Rang Loosner. Gentle Loosner could have put it anywhere across the turf, but this manages to get a single. Again tries to cut the ball, which is not there for the cut. Goes for the big shot again. Deep mid wicket, takes the catch. Another batter tries to take the aerial route and eventually perishes as a kick from the fielder. Seventh wicket down now as Dipesh picks up his third wicket. Short of length, extra bounce on that one, and straight as a parcel delivery as you like. Good bit of catching. Gets the ball in return and gets a kick in return. 118 for 7. Wants the second run. Again, the man at deep point was a little slow on the throw. 120 on the board. Goes for the big shot again. Oh, just on the bounce. That's gone for 4, I think. Yep, he's stepped on the boundary. Oh dear. Pretty unfortunate. Wasn't very sure to take the catch or not, but had stepped on the boundary. It's just standing distraught there. That's the bounce of that one. One, two, four for 7. Oh, player and a miss. Beautifully bowled. Nimesh continues. 1 for 18. Goes for the big shot. Lands safe. They'll get a couple of runs. And now takes the single. One, two, 4 for 8 now. Again, Ronak comes down the track. Wants to take the aerial route, nowhere near the pitch of the ball, and easy as you like. Eighth wicket down now, 1-2-4 for 8. Navigaru. So, so Rohit comes out to bat and stays off strike. 1-2-4 for 8, 2 overs left. So Rahul comes on for his final over, pick of the bowlers, 2 for 6. And he pick up a couple of more wickets to finish this innings off. It'll be incredible figures, 4 for 6. Oh, gets some turn and bounce. Down to short third for a single. Been exceptional. Square the batter, takes off the gloves. Surprised the keeper as well. So can he pick up a couple of more wickets? Really want Rahul to get those 2 wickets. He's been exceptional. Gently pushed away through extra cover for a single. A bit of footwork. Stop the ball. 1-2-6 for 8. 50 for 1. 276 for 7. That's been the story of the game. Spinners putting on breaks from all sides. They've been out and out despite a couple of runs that have conceded. Again, goes for the hoik, gets an inside edge, rolls down to fine leg for 4. Lucky runs this. Thickish inside edge. Misses everyone, and everyone has their hands on their heads. 4 lucky runs as 130 comes on the ball. Goes for the big hit again and a miss. Vikrant 11 of 8, courtesy of that lucky boundary earlier in the over. Wants the second run. Chance of a run out. Not given on field. Was a little late, the man at backward square leg. So a couple of runs on offer. Quite easily home. So final ball of Rahul's spell. Can he finish with a 3-4 at least? Oh, he can't. He's distraught. But an exceptional bowling spell comes to an end. 2 for 14 of his 4 overs. 1-3-2 for 8, 1 over left in the innings. So Nimesh comes on to bowl the final over of the first innings. Shots for LBW, but that's income of the bat. Given as runs. 133 for 8, 83 for 7. Scamper across for another single, putting Rohit. So final 4 balls of the innings. Wants a single but doesn't get it. 84 for 7 in the last 13 overs, 13 and a half overs. Oh, extra bounce. Just manages to fend it off. Second run. Should be gone. It is gone. So ninth wicket down now. 135 for 9. An easy bit of decision for the umpires on square leg. Started very slow on the second run and gone by a country mile here. Take another look at that wicket. Extra bounce. Somehow manages to fend it off to deep point. And good bit of work. Good throw, good collect. And easy enough. Nicely played. Oh, wants the second run, but he's sent back. Harshvardhan gets off the mark. So 136 for 9, final ball remaining. Nimesh 2 for 25. Harshvardhan 1 of 1. And Vikrant down the track. Line safe, wants the second run. And gets it. So 138 for 9 after 20 overs. Eventually managed to come closer to 140 mark. So the Marians required 139 to win of their allocated 20 overs. Join us after a short break for the chase. See you on the other side. So welcome back for the chase. 139 to win of the allocated 20 overs. The truly Marians, Roaring Tigers tried their level best to actually get going, but the two left arm spinners actually put on the brakes. In fact, three left arm spinners. And they were really good with the ball. And I think they'll be hoping, the Tigers will be hoping for the same with their performance with the ball. Vijay and Anzar open the batting while Prasad opens the bowling. So take a look at the field, deep point and long on in operation. All set for the first ball, and here we go. Batting outside his crease here. Gets a hint of movement off the air. And this is what happened in the first innings. The Roaring Tigers got to 138 for 8. 138 for 9, in fact. You can see on the bottom of your screens on the left. And to give you a bit of details around the background team, goes for the big shot, and that's the first six of the chase. What a shot to announce your arrival, Vijay. That is some brute power. What a brilliant shot. First six of the chase. As introducing our team behind the scenes, camera work handled by Shoaib, scorer Harsh, operator Fayaz, and myself Pranav. We bring the game to you live from Fatima Grounds. Don't go anywhere, this is going to be a fun chase. 139, always a tricky total. So a lot of turn in the first innings. And in Sunny G's words, that's sensible batting. Gets across for a single. Look at the way Prasad is holding his seam here. If you look at the way Prasad is holding his seam, he's actually pointing it towards short third and anticipating for a bit of movement off the surface. And when you point towards short third bowling over the sticks as a right hand bowler, that will always go as an away swinger. And as a batter, what you can do to counter the swing is that to actually bat outside your crease. Pick the length early, not allow the ball to move a lot. Play and a miss. He bowled that one straight off his seam. That's the sort of variation that you can bring as a bowler. That if you hit it on the seam, that will give you some extra bounce, especially with the new ball in operation. If you hit the seam, that will give you the extra bounce and will quicken off the surface. Again, that sort of movement. So single to finish the over down to mid-off, 8 without a wicket as Anzar keeps strike. So Jenish comes on to bowl And it will be very interesting to see what sort of length he bowls with the sort of field that he has. Very nicely bowled. So contrary to what Prasad was doing in the first over, he's bowling the seam pointing towards fine leg. Length has to be pretty accurate, otherwise you would end up bowling it too straight. Standing on leg stump outside his crease. There again, gets a bit of in swing on that one. Sort of feel that he has. You have a deep point and a third man. You probably want to be a little more wide outside the off stump, somewhere around. Probably on the fourth stump channel. Short of length, straight to mid on for a single. Not a good bit of throw. So if you look at the field, third man. Ooh, that's nicely bowled. Still third man in operation. Again, he's trying for the in swinger. Ooh, I'd have been a little too high. Beat him on the seam. Again, as I was talking about, they're holding the seam upright. Now it'll be very interesting to see if Janish hits the seam like Prasad did. Oh, that'll be a wide. He's again trying the in swinger. Swung a little too much. That. Standing way outside his crease, Vijay. Look at the way he's pointing the seam. Big shot. Big shot. That's gone. Oh, in fact, that's been put down. I think. Straight in and straight out. Tough chance. Especially the ball's been on air for such a long time. Bottom of the bat. Trying to negate the swing by coming down to the off stump. Burst through the hands. Very difficult catch. Especially if you're fielding at long off. Long on, in fact. 3 runs of the over so far. Take his stoppage and they'll run away to backward point for 4. First boundary for Anzar. Bit of width on offer. Tries to whack it away. And this goes for 4 to finish the over. 15 for none after 2 overs. Take another look at that. Outswinger. And plenty of room to work away. Slashes hard for 4. Standing outside his crease, always handy. And you have that sort of movement. Yep. Crease hands. 15 for none after 2 overs. Be very interesting to see how long before they get spin into the attack. Prasad continues. Oh, that would have rolled onto the stumps. That did, in fact, but the bails have not come off. Dear, oh dear. Look at that, short of length. Wanted to cut it. Oh, just stops in front. Would have been disastrous had that gone onto stumps. Look at the umpire. It's square leg. So Prasad has decided to pull his length back. Not sure if that's the ideal situation here to do that because Have a hardish ball. This is just 2.2 overs old. Might want to extract a bit more off the surface. Not let the guard off too much. Nicely bowled. Getting that movement off the air this time. Not giving away anything to free his arms. Vijay, that's good sensible thinking. The leg side dominated field. Cuts and misses. This is a good bit of bowling. Pretty simple, not looking too much at the moment to look to get something off the surface, but rather keep it very simple and keep the batter quiet. 4 dot balls. Just get a feeling that Vijay might do something special to break the shackles here. Oh, big shot! Thickish inside edge. 5 dots in a row. Would have been disastrous had it gone to the keeper. Some seriously good bowling by Prasad here. And for those who are wondering what's happening, this is the iconic Dad's Premier League. Season 25-26. Oh, that's excellent bowling again. Made an over. Truly a bowler's delight. 15 for no loss after 3 overs. So Jenish continues. Third man and deep point in operation. Goes for the big shot and connects well this time. Anzar picks up his second boundary. In swinger inside half of the bat, but enough bat on that one to take through the mid-wicket boundary for 4. And the keeper goes on to have a little word with the bowler here. So he's pulled his length back after the boundary, trying to go for the in swing. He's pulled his length back quite beautifully here. Down to third man for a single. Nicely played. That sort of field, that length is not very ideal. You want to have your backward point a little more square. Short boundary, and Vijay picks up his first four. After that six, he's been pretty quiet. Vijay, second boundary of the over. Goes for the big shot and doesn't connect. Got to finish 24 without a wicket after 4 overs. So Prasad continues, following up with his beautiful maiden. Single down to mid wicket. Ansar gets off strike. So the major focus for Prasad in the previous over was to actually bowl back of a leg and just keep the batter quiet. Very, very simple bowling outside off stump, kept hitting the same zone again and again and again. And now a change in field, deep point and third man come in, long on and mid wicket go out. Again, similar sort of length that he bowled in the previous over. Just keeps it very, very simple. And I don't think the Marians are in a hurry to finish this chase because 114 of 15.4 overs with all 10 wickets intact. Very nicely bowled. That was an off cutter. Back of a length. Couldn't read that off the hand, I think, Vijay. So a couple of dot balls in this over so far. Oh, that's just seemed off the surface. Was too close to cut. So the man at point is warming up. Just come on to bowl after the next couple of balls. Oh, that's bounce extra. Off for a quick single off the glove, I think. Took his hand off immediately, Vijay. Been some excellent bowling by Prasad. Quality fast bowling this. So dot to finish 26 for no loss after 5 overs. Just a couple of runs in this over. Brilliant, brilliant bowling. Really loved what Prasad has showcased here. 26 for no loss. So Ronak comes on to bowl, a bit of spin introduced. Left arm spin. Oh, goes for the big shot but doesn't connect. Good bit of work behind the stumps. So long on and long off in operation for the left arm spinner. Good controlled bowling so far. Final over of the power play. Turn and bounce. Be very encouraged by this Ronak. Oh, play and a miss again. Three dots in a row. But it's good calm bit of batting by Vijay. He's not rushed. Unlike the first innings where they wanted to break the shackles immediately after a couple of dot balls. That'll be a wide, I think. Nope, not given. Hmm, very interesting decision. So four dots in a row now. I think that's gone for four. Yep. Full length. Clears his front leg and beautifully punched down the ground. Beats the man at long on quite comfortably for four. Won't be happy here, Ronak. After four dot balls, conceding a boundary. Not good feet, not good bit of work. Down at long on. Goes for the big shot and clears the boundary quite comfortably enough. Full length in the arc and out of the park. So 10 runs came off that one. 36 for no loss after the power play. Going pretty well here. So Arvind comes on to bowl, end of the power play, and you can see more fielders outside the circle now. Long on, long off, deep point, deep mid wicket. I think there's a cow corner as well in place. No one behind square on the leg side. Firmly driven for a single. Arvind bowling a bit of off spin now to the right handers. Goes for the big shot and connects beautifully that for six. He's turning it on, Vijay here. Full on middle stump and just flat bats it for six. Comfortably over the ropes. He's looking too fluent out there, Vijay. Goes for the big shot again. And beautiful enough for six. Second six in a row. This time on off stump. And just thumps it out of the ground for six. Oh, top edge. Oh dear. Bad miscommunication between the two sides should have resulted in a wicket. But that lands very, very safe. Between shot third, and he's not happy, the bowler. 50 on the board. 50-run partnership. Nope, they don't take the single either. Oh, beats the man behind square for four. That'll be the 50-run partnership. 50 on the board. Poor ball and just helped it on its way. Should have been fielded better. But through the hands for four. 53 for no loss now. 17 runs have come off the over so far. What will Aravind do? Will he just take a single or just go for the big shot again? Probably get more than 20 runs. Go for a six. It's too high, I think. 17 came off that one. 53 for no loss after 7 overs. Take another look. Struck him outside the line, I think, and would have been too high. 53 for no loss after 7 overs. Ronak continues, and they scamper across for a very quick single. 85 of 12.5 overs, 6.62 required run rate. So turn and bounce. Oh, that's missed the leg stump. That given as wide? Nope, given as leg buys. Nicely tapped away down to short third for a single, and that's the right approach from Anzir, beg your pardon, just to get off strike and give it to Vijay. Been going well, 39 of 30. Very nicely bowled. Wants the quick single. Not very sure if that's the right man at short third. I love their caps, the red caps, bucket hats. Very nicely bowled. And for the viewers, Come back to that. 58 for no loss after 8 overs. So Arvind continues. 17 runs of his first over. Oh, that's beautifully driven. Just keep it down to a single, which I was not interested in the second run. Dugout's not happy with just a single. Beautifully played. So now they have a man at cow corner and square leg. So five fielders are deep mid wicket, cow corner, long on, long off, and deep point. Long off is a little more square. Good work in the deep. Stopped a definite boundary. Was timed it so perfectly. Goes for the big shot and does connect it well this time. Out of the ground, in fact. What a beautiful hit that is. Should have given 8 runs for that shot. 47 for Vijay now. Think he's outside edge. Well, run down to the third man boundary. Good stop. Couple of runs. On offer 49 now. I think he raised his bat a little while ago. After that 6. Dot to finish. 69 for no loss. Vijay is on 49. So Harshvardhan comes on to bowl. Anzar batting on 18. Vijay batting on 49. Oh, that's turned from a wide line. Thought it would have gone on for a wide. Waited forever on that one, Anzar, to get off strike. So 49 for Vijay. Can he get to his 50 with a big shot here? As well go down the ground, the area which is preferred in this innings. Oh, Oh, direct hit would have been interesting. Even as leg buys, still stranded on 49. Again, very interesting field. Deep point, cow corner, deep mid wicket, long on and long on. Punched away to long off for a single. So as I was talking about, you can follow us on Instagram at Jfsc in. Follow all the game updates and the tournament updates. There have been a few interesting tournaments on offer. I'll be a wide. Few interesting teams, few interesting names, and a lot of cricket that's happening around. So follow us on Instagram at the rate JFSC in for all the match updates and other stuff. And do subscribe on the YouTube channel wherever you're watching in the world. You will get the live feed of every single game that happens. Press the subscribe button, enable the notifications, set them to all. Still stranded on 49 here. Vijay. And also hit the like button if you like the work that we do. Spreads a lot of message. Also use the hype button. Still stranded on 49. Yeah, so I was just talking about use the hype button to give us more views, more reach, get to more audience who love the sport. I'll be a wide. I wanted to hit it through point, but I'll be a wide. Way down the wide tram line. Goes for the big hit. And what a way. Oh dear, he's caught on 49. Goodness gracious me, what a way to be out on 49. First wicket for Harshvardhan. Loopy delivery, frustrated enough, wanted to get to his 50 with a trademark shot. Simple enough catch to the man at long on. Does well to keep his composure. So 49 to Vijay, 74 for one, and everyone will take a drinks break. So 74 for 1 after 10 overs. You're back. Changing sides. Cuts and misses. Vikrant comes on to bowl. Chirag comes on to bat. 74 for 1. At this exact phase, the Roaring Tigers were 74 for 3. Just a couple of wickets less. Full marks to Vijay for that counter-attacking innings. But also full marks to Harshvardhan for picking up that wicket under pressure. Always handy, 74 for 1. What will Chirag do here? Gets off strike. Pretty spread out leg side field. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Beg your pardon. Cow corner and deep mid wicket. No one behind square on the leg side, so options open for the sweep shot. Drills it down the ground and goes for 4. Think that's Prasad on the boundary. Overpitched. Good sway away by the umpire. And just spins in front of him for 4. 59 needed now of 9.2 overs. Single down to backward point. So the keeper, Chirag, did an excellent job behind the stumps. Oh, good bit of fielding. Excellent work to stop the single. That sort of commitment you need when you're defending 139. Take another look. Firmly punched away and look at the dive, full stretch. Full marks to the bowler. 7 runs came off that one, 81 for 1. So Harshvardhan continues his good work, 1 for 4. And he tapped away to square leg. Just tapped away. It's just been a while, I think, if he had left that. But gets across to the other end for a single. Been looking very comfortable, the batters. I love their jersey, the truly Marians. Stands out in the sun. Oh, that's thick edge. Rolls around to short third. Wanted to hit it through square leg, but no pace on that one. Ends up getting a thickish outside edge to short third. 3 runs of the over so far. Make that 4 runs. Oh, five in fact. They get a couple of runs. Beats the man at extra cover. Might have put in a dive to stop that single. Yeah, he's not happy, the bowler. They have a laugh about that one. 5 runs have come off the 4 balls so far. Can he pick up a wicket here, Harshvardhan? Oh, chance! Nope. Again, they come back for a couple of runs. Good bit of direct hit from the man at long off. Eight runs have come off that over. 90 for 1. 89 for 1, beg your pardon. So Vikrant continues. 89 for 1, 90 for 1, 89 for 1. Good work. Let's keep it down to a single. 49 from 46. 6.39 the required run rate. In pretty quiet except that boundary that came off the last over. Down to deep mid wicket. Trying to take that deep here. So what can Vikrant do here? Can he pull the rabbit out of the bag and pick up a couple of wickets? Ooh, just surprised by the extra bounce, Chirag. Ooh. Extra bounce and a bit of turn on offer. Gentle push down to long on for a single. Anzir batting on 29, Chirag batting on 9. Good over so far, just 3 singles. Can he finish it well? Can Anzir find a boundary? Dot to finish, 92 for 1. So 92 for 1, Harshvardhan continues. They need 47. Oh! Trying to force the shot here, Chirag. A bit of footwork to stop the single. So a couple of dot balls. On the track. Misfield allows them to come back for a couple of runs. Takes the aerial route on the bounce to Prasad at long on. Expected a better throw. The keeper not happy. 4 runs have come off the over so far. And thups it through mid wicket for 6 to bring up the 100 on the board. Chirag gets his first boundary. Overpitched and just whacked away to mid wicket. 102 for 1. Lofted. Oh, and that's gone for 4. Good attempt to stop the boundary. Lofted through extra cover. The man at deep point was just a bit wrong footed on that one. Dives, good effort, but ball slips through for 4. He's not happy with the turf, I think. So 106 for 1 now. Goes for the big shot. Oh, good effort, but that's gone for 6. So Anzag moves to 42 now. Taking it on full length. Thumps it through Long on for 6, 42 for Anzar. 10 runs have come off the over so far, 27 required. Beautifully punched for 4. He's not stopping here. Moves on to 46 in a flash. Beautifully punched through extra cover for 4. Short of length, over correction, and gets the treatment. That's Ronak. So 116 for 1 now. They just need 23, and Anzar's now on 46. Vijay was batting on 49 before he perished to Harshvardhan. Can Anzar turn that around and get a boundary to get to his 50 here? He's already got 14 runs of the over so far. Oh, wanted to go for the big shot. Gets a thickish outside edge. And a couple of runs. Moves on to 48 now. 16 runs have come off the first 4 balls. 21 now. What a way to get to your 50. Brings out the celebration. 52 of just 36 balls. And he's very, very happy. Anzar, rightly so. "20 of the over so far. 21 it'll remain as. 1, 2, 3 for 1, 5 overs left. And take another look at the moment where Anzar got to his 50. Full length and a straight batted beautiful shot to get to your half century. There you see the raise of the bat to his dugout. So 1, 2, 3 for 1. They need 16 runs to win off the 5 overs. So Harshvardhan continues. Just needs 16 runs. That's just helped it on its way. Oh, good effort. Good effort to stop the 4. Just take a single, I think. No, come back for a couple of runs. No, they just take a single. Good work in the deep by the man at square leg. Got a hand to it. Again, good bit of footwork by Harshvardhan. Couple of singles. So 14 runs required now. Top edge. And put down. I think that's Prasad. Came off the top half of the bat. Being second wicket would have been for Harshvardhan. Immediately knew after hitting the shot, has not timed it. In and out. That's been put away for 4. Full toss and takes full advantage of that one through mid wicket. Comes onto the off stump and easy pickings. So target under 10 runs. 9 runs required of 4.2. Very well finish it in this over if they like. Takes a single. Chirag 22 of 17. Anzar batting on 55 39. It's been an excellent batting display so far. Down the track. And we'll just get a single to finish the over. 7 runs required now. 132 for 1. So 132 for 1 and Anzar and Anzar has retired out after making a 50 and Adik comes on to bat. Arvind continues with the ball, just need 7 runs now. But what a good quality innings by Anzar. Wants a single and just gets it. Good bit of awareness. Just need 5 runs. Very nicely bowled. Very nicely played. Good forward defense on that one. It's come across for a single, all too easy at the moment. Misfield allows them to come back for a couple of runs. Just 3 needed now. Can they finish it off in style here? So single to finish, couple of runs required, 137 for 2. So Mayur comes on to bowl, a couple of runs required now. It's all mere formality. The field's up, mid on inside the circle. That should be 8, I think. That should be it. And the truly Marians win the game by 8 wickets. Been a terrific display of batting by the Marians, and they do it with 17 balls to spare. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. See you in the next one. Until then, take care and bye bye.